Hey, welcome back. Oh my gosh, this shirt is like bright, but that's okay because sometimes you need to be the brightness, Just need to bring the sun, bring the joy. And that's what I'm going to do today. From the title, you guys can see that I'm going to be talking about micro self care activities that have great and amazing results. I feel like this needed to be talked about because we often focus on the vacations and the long extended stays and all of these things that we put in our minds that we need a lot of time, which stops us from doing the daily self-care. And I don't want that. I'm like, listen, if I'm home, I'm going to practice self-care, and I try to practice what I preach. So I wanted to share some small ways that you guys can add self-care in daily. So before we jump into that, if this is your first time finding me, hey, I'm Rashawnda. I make videos all about self-care and healing. I'm also a therapist. And so, I'm bringing my passion here to YouTube. It would mean the world to me if you would subscribe and also hit the thumbs up on this video if this is the type of content that you like. But without further ado, let's jump into some of these self-care activities. So just quickly, if you didn't know, self-care is just things that make you feel good and that restore you. I really don't like to put like a definition because self-care for me is anime and it may not be for you. So it's important to first have that level of awareness of what self-care is. But I see too often on social media that so many people are really framing self-care as being unattainable, as being like something that's up here for like people who have money and who have all this time and people who don't have 9 to 5s. And that could not be more false. Yes, it's important to look at the long game, those weekend trips and those getaways. Yes, we should still be striving for those. But if you're every day just getting through and just surviving, when you get on that vacation, you're going to be tired. You're going to spend the beginning part of it just recovering and recouping because you've pushed through on empty for so long. And so, we're not going to do that, because I'm going to tell you some ways that you can change that. So let's jump into some of these self-care activities. So the first one is aroma therapy. I'm telling you, listen, if I walk into a room and it just smells good, I'm instantly uplifted and my mood feels so amazing. That's why I always have some type of candle burning when I'm shooting videos, when I'm working with clients, because that aroma just feels excellent. I also am a big believer in diffusers, so I have lots of essential oils that I mix, and I'm always going on Pinterest looking for different concoctions if I'm not trying to be my own mad scientist. So I encourage you to look into ways that you can change just the environment, and smell is a great way to do that. Moving along, so let's talk about these 10 minutes, because oftentimes I have 10 minutes, and I don't know if you like me, but sometimes you don't have that full hour and you're like, oh, I'm excited to take this time. So if you only have 10 minutes, you can listen to a motivational podcast, you can listen to a motivational video, you can recite some affirmations to reinforce that positivity. You can also stretch. Listen, I just hit y'all with a whole lot of 10-minute activities. Okay. So that was a lot. So I'm going to break it down a little bit so you can think of it as far as movement. So you don't have to have that 1 hour in the gym in order to get results. You can stretch in your chair. You can stretch on the living room ground. You can do these micro movements to allow your body to just relax and hit the reset button for the rest of the day, so that when you get to that 5 o'clock and it's time to clock out, you're not just aching in pain because you created and capitalized and was intentional about those 10 minutes with movement. And then if we're talking about the mindset, because I was about the body, if we're talking about the mindset, right? Oh my gosh, the power of a podcast, of a motivational video. I love listening to Denzel. I just pop on that YouTube and I'm instantly yeah, I don't even know why I doubted myself in the first place. I'm talking to myself in the mirror like, yes, you can do this. You got this. It's the same thing with affirmations. So I use sticky notes. I also put them on my computer, on my desk. And so that also creates this powerful mindset for myself to say, oh, wait, like, okay, I'm slowly dwindling. I mean, you've all been there, right? You've all been there. Like, let me know in the comments if you like are at your workday and you're like, I'm getting empty, but the clock is not moving. Oh my gosh, that time. So it's important to say, what can I do to create that like motivational shift and kind of give me that boost of energy that's so needed in the workday? Okay. And if it's not the workday, dealing with your kids, dealing with family members, whatever the case is, having that shift is like very powerful. So we talked about body. We also talked about the mind. You also have the emotional aspect. So if I only had 10 minutes, I would definitely journal. Okay? Journal. Like just get all of those things that I've been pushing aside through the meetings, through the discussions, through everything, and have those as a place mark so that they're just not staying with me and I'm not just like holding all of that and my cup is like filling up. And then when I get done, I'm just like, oh, I can't do anything else. Yeah, I don't want that to be you guys. So thinking about just like the way mentally, emotionally, and physically you can create that shift. It didn't take me booking on Delta or, Expedia for me to be able to hit the reset button. You can. So then when you're there, you can be fully present and fully aware because you're not on empty. So those are just some really cool ways that you can take advantage of 10 minutes. Additionally, because I got some more, I just got a few more, not too many more, just a few more. You can also call a friend. So I love doing this on a car ride back. Then I'm like, okay, I know when I get home, I'm gonna like be thrust into like mommy mode. And so I catch up with my friends, and it's something about reminiscing or just hearing how they're doing and just thinking about just like some of the fun achievements that we did, or even sometimes it's about venting, okay? As long as they have space. We always ask if you have the space for it, okay? That's just like a little tip right there. But just having connections like that can be like a very beautiful thing. I also love to listen to music. Music is a great way to interject and kind of interrupt any dullness, any feeling like mentally and emotionally drained. Be mindful of the music, right? Be mindful of the music, because I have certain songs where I'm like, oh, here come the waterworks. Sometimes it's needed, but it's important to make sure that you're thinking about what music you're listening to during that time period. So you guys, I think that it's just so important. I didn't want this to be like super long. I will make a downloadable PDF that you guys can click on in order to get some of these so they can be readily available to you. But it's just to say that, you know what, don't only just limit yourself to saying that I have to have all this time to add in self-care. You do not have to have all this time. You can take care of yourself every day and with as little as 10 minutes, okay? As I was like rocking them off, okay? I was just spitting them out, and there are so many more that you can do. So I encourage you to take advantage of self-care and make it a practice. It allows you to not become burnt out. It allows you to stay present and intentional going toward the things and also being in people's lives. But most importantly, it's to like take care of you, because you're only as good to others and the things that you do as you are to yourself. So I hope that this was helpful to really just say, hey, like I can hit the reset button with not a lot of time. And yeah, so that's all I have for you guys. I hope that like this conversation and us just talking about the power of like little moments of self-care and the big benefits that it can have in your life. So if you're still here, make sure you give me the thumbs up, watch some other videos on this channel, share this with somebody who you feel like could really benefit from it. It really does mean a lot to me, and it really helps out the channel as I'm on this mission to like help everybody prioritize self-care. So I'm happy that you're on this journey with me, and I will see you in the next video. All right, bye.